Today, the Ferrari is going to be getting the most expensive set of wheels I have ever purchased. I recently bought this Ferrari for my 30th birthday, and in the last episode, we installed a brand new exhaust system, so now the car sounds like this. So before we get to installing the new wheels, it's time to take delivery of them. I think this was the most expensive wheels I've ever purchased in my life. Most expensive. Like, actually. I've been obsessed with BBS wheels lately. As you guys know, we've been running them on everything. So I had to reach out to the man, Derek, because I had to tell you guys, if you guys want BBS wheels, hit up Derek, or if you want any Porsche plug parts, he's also the guy. These actually were built pretty fast. Derek got them done really quickly, which I was super stoked on. So I'm like, please, I want these now. So the new wheel that we're going to be running for the Ferrari is an E80. Oh, I can't even finish the sentence. Dude.
Oh.
Now, if you're confused as to why I keep buying these wheels, let me give you a little bit of a peek into why I'm so obsessed. BBS Motorsport was originally founded in 1970 in Germany. BBS's reputation grew as its wheel became a staple in Formula One, Le Mans, and various other racing series. And over the years, BBS has expanded its products offerings, cementing its place as one of the most prestigious wheel manufacturers in the world. They do a really good job of blending cutting-edge technology with a legacy of racing excellence that a lot of guys, like myself, like to run on street cars. And now this Ferrari will mark my third car on a set of BBS wheels. So to my understanding, and I'm gonna have Derek fact check me, when I was looking for wheels for this car, there's not like a lot of used parts out there for it. Like I searched on Marketplace, I searched on all of like the Facebook groups, I searched on eBay. There's not a lot of parts for this car, but I feel like a good amount of people mod them, but apparently, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe the used parts just sell so fast that it's so much cheaper to buy them used. So I once saw an Instagram reel of like a Ford 88 Pista on a set of E89s, or it could have been E88s, I don't know what it was, but I went to Derek, I'm like, Derek, can we do that? You said that maybe there's like 4 other ones out there that exist that have been built for a Ferrari?
4 or 5 that I know of, and I'm fluffing the number a little bit, but not many.
So these are the E89 face, which is actually the same face that we're using on the UV Purple GT3 RS.
19-inch faces that have been stepped up to 20-inch.
I can't believe how big the rear lip is. I didn't think it was gonna be that big.
Oh yeah.
Which is super sick.
BBS doesn't make the 20-inch lips and barrels anymore, so we do have to use aftermarket to build this as a custom wheel, but it also gives us kind of an infinite amount of lip sizes that we can go with. And we can go 1/4-inch increments here, which is sick, which isn't offered in the US market. So it's kind of like 6mm increments for offset, which I love. I love fitment.
Originally they were what? They were black, I think they were?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Derek was like, yo, we can do this if you want. Color match for the Ferrari. I didn't want to do like a champagne or a gold or anything on this car. I get really like hesitant about doing gold faces, although they are my favorite on red cars because I always call it like McDonald's spec. So for this, I really wanted to do like a silver on polish, which I've never had a silver wheel before. I never do that. But I was like, on this car, I feel like it's just gonna hit.
So there's a way.
Oh God, oh, okay.
Right there. So here, this, consider the top of the star right here. Top lug is aligned with that, and that's where you want to snap in the BBS so it's lined up.
That's when you know you have the right guy. Because I would have just gone, bop. I do that on all my cars. I just go, bop. I just slap it on there. Oh my God, these are so sick.
Whoa.
The red is a good move.
The red hits.
Yeah. I'm a fan of color matched caps or some sort of sprinkle in there, and that ties it in.
Cut to Derek's new E89s on his car with the color matched caps on Isla Green. Ridiculous. As always, if you guys are trying to step up your game, hit up Derek. I think we got these around like 2 weeks, which was crazy. That was really fast. There's a lot, whenever you do like custom BBSs, they're always like at least a month or so in my experience. So the fact that these got done so quick, I'm super hyped. So now it's time to go pick up the tires and get these things mounted. Oh, first, can I write you a check? I don't know if I can send that much over on the, you know what, can I write you, this is a fatty bill.
Yeah, I mean, I take yard work. We'll do that.
And before I get busy going to Derek's house and cleaning up his leaves, we're gonna go ahead and get started and take off the Ferrari wheels so we can go get the new wheels mounted with tires.
You ever think you'd ever do that on a Ferrari wheel?
No, and I liked it, honestly.
are infinite amount of ways to get into debt, but not a lot of ways to get out of debt, or at least that's what they want you to think. And that's why I'm here to tell you guys about PDS Debt. If you're making payments every single month on your debt and the balances aren't going down, then PDS Debt is for you. They make personalized plans for each of their customers to help them bring their debt down faster than normal. If you're making payments on your debt every single month and the balances aren't going down, PDS Debt is and has a solution for you. They're gonna make a custom plan based on your finances and based on how quickly you wanna pay things off to ensure that it is the most effective way possible. And it's super simple. Everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies, and there is no minimum credit score required, and bad and fair credit is both accepted. So what that basically means is you can save more by paying off your debt in a fraction of the time. And trust me, there are tons of ways to get into debt very, very easily, whether it's cars or toys or even stuff like college loans or medical bills or house payments, anything. It's super easy and PDS is there to help you out. So take control of your debt and go to pdsdebt.com/hunt and take a free debt analysis test. It only takes 30 seconds and they'll get back to you with an itemized plan on how you can activate on it. Thank you so much PDS Debt for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back to it. All right, tires dropped off, wheels dropped off. I don't think I've ever been this excited for wheels before. This is the most expensive set of wheels I've ever purchased before, including the HREs and everything. I'm on this weird BBS obsession, and I know some of you guys might be over it. Some of you guys might be obsessed with me, but just know throwing the BBSs, custom BBSs on a Ferrari, I don't want to say people don't do it, but as I showed you guys with Derek, it's just super uncommon because it's so expensive, and to get those parts. Those E89 faces are actually the same faces we run on the UV purple Porsche, and they're just extremely rare and hard to get. So the cool factor is, one, it's expensive, so not a lot of people do it, but additionally, they're just super tough to find. They're never in stock. So I'm really hyped about it. Now that the wheels are getting dropped off, we gotta start disassembling the Ferrari, because the suspension setup's gonna be a little interesting. So the Ferrari suspension is actually pretty cool because it comes in a factory coilover option. So we could just lower this as much as we could to try to attain the ride height, but we're gonna run into two problems. One of them being, I don't think it will go low enough, but the other one being, if we would slam it all the way down on the collar, we would get so much droop within the spring, it would be really floppy and wouldn't really work. So rather than going and buying a brand new set of coilovers for this car, which we can do, and there's just a few companies who make it, the coilovers end up being like $12,000 because of that Ferrari tax. So rather than just blowing all that money out of the water and losing the factory dampening settings through the car, we have a new solution from Rift.
Somebody need some parts for Ferrari?
Thanks, UPS guy. That's definitely not Dylan. You're welcome. I'm gonna go back to doing other stuff. Definitely not working here. This right here is gonna be our solution that's gonna allow us to lower the car while utilizing all the factory components of the Ferrari. This is from our friends over at Rift. Shout out to Rift, shout out to Lance, because they are making this whole thing possible. Let's open all this stuff up. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be rebuilding the stock shocks with the new collars and lowering springs with the right spring rates that make everything work. Ooh. You wanna open these up, Bill? Yeah. You wanna open those up, TJ? You're right. And now I know a ton of you guys own Ferraris, and if you want a Rift system for your car, I'll link them down below because it's way cheaper than buying $12,000 coilovers. And then we have two helper springs. You're live.
I'm live. Once we disassembled, as TJ said.
So TJ, this one right here.
All right, well, once we disassembled the factory strut, it only has one spring in the front, no helpers. So these new Rift springs, this whole assembly has a really nice divorce setup. So it changes the diameter of the spring for the helper to the main compression spring. Utilizes the factory adjustment collar, if you want to call it, or threaded sleeve. And it's all pretty intuitive. It kind of looks how it looks, all works out. The rear is a lot more simple. Just has this lipper collar here, sits on the coilover. Comes with some really nice tooling.
And what's really cool is that because we're able to rebuild the stock shock, we're still gonna be able to utilize all of the factory dampening settings. Because when you go from sport mode to race mode, it tightens up the car, and there's also a little suspension button for a bumpy road use. So it's gonna be really cool to be able to utilize all that while getting the lower look that we're chasing. So the Rift kit utilizes the stock shocks. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna disassemble the OEM suspension components down to the shocks and replace it with the new springs from Rift. The reason why it's important to use this is because when we're asking the car to go lower, if we were to use the OEM springs, they wouldn't have the tension that they would need on it and they would wobble around.
Dylan, the spring compressor.
Can't wait to just accidentally let go at some point.
So with the new springs from Rift, it's gonna be the right spring rate with the right amount of height we want while utilizing the OEM shock so we can still have the dampening features that the Ferrari came with. It's just a glorified way to have a modified coilover system that works and is proper. And as we've been working on rebuilding the shocks throughout the whole entire day, we got a phone call from the tire shop and they said they're having a particularly hard time getting these tires to mount on these wheels. It seems to be a combination on the bead on the wheel and the tire size. They've been wrestling it for the whole entire day. But after a little bit of help of the UPS man, Dylan, we were able to massage the tire on the wheel and get it all sorted. Major love to North County Wheel. We always go to them to mount these wheels because we are too scared to do them ourselves. Reveal.
Do the BBS dance.
Reveal.
Hey.
We're waiting on the fronts and they didn't show up. But I'm not sad because at least we have the rears. Hey, rears.
Those are huge, bro.
Dude, the color is gangster.
Oh
the
my.
color is so good. 335?
Oh, it's yeah.
That's
335.
What's the GT3? 25?
Oh my god.
Yeah, 315s on the GT3. Worth every penny.
They look.
Approved. We gotta put them on just to see it. For you guys, it's gonna happen instantaneously. But for us, we're waiting for a bit.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. That is fucking insane.
When you take the exotic world to the next level, only 4 people before TJ were crazy enough to do this.
Bow, bow.
Now he's the 5th.
He's the 5th.
He's the 5th guy.
He's the 5th guy.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Bro. Dude, that with lowered fitment, proper fitment.
Fuck, dude.
It's so wide. Look at the top. Look from the top down.
Oh.
That's a lot of poke. That's a lot of poke.
I'm afraid, as always.
I don't think it will need a roll.
Oh no, it'll probably camber in quite a bit.
Woo!
Dude.
Wow.
Messed up. Stock, they're in. Modified, they're it, dude.
That is a good combo.
I just wish they weren't so expensive, but they're so cool. And while we're working on the Ferrari, there's something that I found in the frunk that I wanted to show you guys. I think it's really cool. It's a new Hunt & Co. duffel bag pack. The Mustang giveaway only has about 9 days left, so I wanted to add something new to the website. So right now, we just added these packs that come with a random t-shirt, a random hoodie, a random hat, and 3 different accessories. And you also get the duffel bag. This is $250 worth of stuff, but we're only gonna be selling it for 150 bucks. These are pretty limited, so they're gonna sell soon. So if you haven't gotten anything so far for this giveaway, this is a great way to get a lot of entries for a really good value. I'm also gonna be signing the rest of the M4 skate decks that are listed on the website. And of the 50 or so that are left, I'm gonna have 5 of them signed by everybody in the shop. So if you want one, be sure to grab one. I apologize that is Dylan's signature.
He actually.
Now that we have an idea of what our fitment is gonna be for this car, I think it's gonna look way better if we can slam the car and really get as low as possible. But we have a problem with that because there almost is like a 3mm lip on the inside of the fender. Where typically you would roll the fenders, but I don't have much confidence in us rolling these because whenever we have rolled fenders in the shop, we always fuck it up 100% of the time. And I couldn't get anyone to come and roll them, so we're gonna cut them or trim them, shave them, whatever word you wanna do. We're gonna take a flappy disc and we're just gonna trim the inside of this fender because if we can get this car to sit super, super low and have no rubbing, it's gonna be worth it if it's just shaving this. I know you might be thinking, TJ, that's kind of crazy. You shouldn't do that. This is a car. It'll be fine, I think.
That's like 75 bucks, right? If you like total the price of the car, that little strip, 75 bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about. I'll sell it. Do you want it?
Yeah.
75 bucks.
I'll put a little
$6.
wide body on my car.
So we got
$7.
$7. $7 on the right. $7
Oh, I
on the
love
right.
this game. 10 bucks.
We got $10 on the left, and then we got $11. Whoa, well, the price is going up. 15.
$100.
A big overvalue.
Give me $1,000.
Oh, we got $1,000. $1,000 going here. After I went through a couple times, Dylan went back in and gave it his fine adjustment. It's actually a good amount off.
Yeah, I'd say like half the.
Like now there's like barely, I mean, even if you were to roll it, I don't think, it's about as thin as you would get if you were to roll it.
we could
which
do
looks,
more, but
I don't think we should do more.
I think
that's,
for the strength of having that 90 right there, this is perfect.
yeah.
I think, you know, I'm an engineer, so. Yes.
Oops, sorry, I was vlogging and wasn't looking. Ooh, I almost just missed. Oh my god. Sorry, it's hard to do this
I know, that's why.
while holding a can.
Film it for you.
That's pretty difficult to do. But
Here,
I want to feel it. Oh yeah.
Right?
That's perfect.
So we pretty much guessed on everything, did some measurements, did the up and down. This is our first test on the fitment with big ass tires, big ass wheels, and we went pretty low, but we'll see.
I love low cars. I can't wait. This is perfect. I already know it's gonna be perfect. You know why?
Cut to a photo of your bumper.
At least I'm willing to risk being low, like everybody else out there. What's with your Kevin? What are you afraid? Scratching your bumper?
Hit me with it. Let's do it.
I'm gonna watch the front.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a rear check. Oh. Oh my goodness. Yep. It's pretty promising.
Oh, man.
Oh, the front.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's
That's pretty big.
that's perfect.
We got a little bit out of it. This is a pretty gangster height. Oh, come over here. Come over here.
Yeah.
You could go lower. You could get super hot boy about it.
You could
but
for sure go lower.
It's a Ferrari.
Yeah.
So I think for what it is on these wheels, this is real tracky motorsport looking. I'd say we lower it, pull it out, see if it settles anymore. This looks pretty gangster though.
Yeah, I like it.
If I saw this drive by, like this is how factory should have been.
Yeah, this is what
Yeah, it's very. Now that I see it from the side profile, it's good.
What?
Half
This
inch
is
wheel tire gap.
this gap right here is absolutely perfect. If you see this car rolling down the street, you'd be like, okay, they understand.
Yeah, they get it.
They understand.
First time driving it off the ramps, wheels on, ride height adjusted, and it's gonna be, oh, your big, ginormous body opened the gas cap. Oh! I missed that sound. You're good. Damn, that looks insane, bro. Oh my god. Wow. All right, yeah, on the ground's a different story.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Let's
Yeah.
check it out.
Do it. Yeah.
Yo, that looks amazing. Holy crap.
It's,
Wow.
It's crazy.
Okay, so kind of nailed ride height for what it is.
I think so. I
Of
would
course,
agree.
like final iteration, maybe we go lower, whatever. But I think for performance motorsport kind of style, factory-esque, this looks great. I'm hyped on it.
That's it, dude.
So we're gonna go to a smaller tire size. This is a 275. These R's have a really beefy, tall, wide shoulder. So I think we're gonna go to either a non-R or a R with a 265. So it has a little bit of taper to the diameter
Yeah.
of it. And then we could probably like heat up the well and then press it and kind of mold it a little bit.
Yeah.
Ah! This is what I'm talking about. Like, when you think of a Ferrari, this is what you should imagine.
It's proper.
It's a dream car of mine.
Proper.
It's not even that. It's not even that low.
No, it's very functional.
Yeah, it's very functional.
Yeah.
You're gonna scrape a lot, but we ain't around here.